everybody, Ace Adrenaline here, and welcome back to another episode of MetroMania. Thank you for all the lovely feedback on last week's 4 in a row. We're just playing catch-up, don't worry, it's not going to be the regular, but I'm just happy that you guys are happy to have more MetroMania, and you get it twice a week until the season ends, so Wednesday, Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday. But anyway, it's the quarterfinals. Cynthia needs an opponent, so let's find out if it's going to be ALAIN or if it's going to be Leon. Let's go. And here we go! Rillaboom and Cinderace will be starting things off for Leon's team, and Titan and Malamar will be starting things off for ALAIN. As we see Cinderace starting off proceedings with Swift, its Libero ability is going to change it into a normal type Pokemon instead of fire type now, losing a lot of resistances. For not very much, to be fair. But it does land chip damage into both those Pokemon. Here's an Icicle Crash from Rillaboom into Malamar. And now Titan gets ready for its first move of this battle. Goes for Infernal Parade, which is a Ghost type move. And I take it back. I take back what I said about changing to a normal type. That now didn't affect Cinderace because it was no longer a fire type. It's now immune to Ghost. Sword Dance from a contrary Malamar. You love to see it because that's -2 in attack. Well done there, Malamar. You silly Billy. You forgot your own ability. And here comes Cinderace with a Mega Horn into Titan to start off the next turn. Big damage into Titan there. And now Rillaboom getting ready to follow up. And it's going to go for Heal Pulse. Oh, dear. Into Titan, which is going to completely reverse the damage that Cinderace worked so hard to inflict. Here comes Titan now with a Fire Blast, avoided by Cinderace, who now wouldn't resist it because it's now a normal type. And now over to Malamar, though, who is going to go for Blast Burn. And that is going to land into Cinderace for some neutral damage there. Decent chunk of damage, but it does come with a recharge turn. Over to Cinderace now, who's going to go for Double Edge, which now has same type attack bonus on it, putting that damage back on Titan instead of it being reversed by Silly Billy Rillaboom. Speaking of Silly Billy Rillaboom, here it comes with a Roost, even though its HP is full, so it continues to be a Silly Billy Rillaboom. And now we have the Metronome from Titan. It's going to select Heal Bell, which is also a Silly Billy move, because nobody's got any status conditions on your team. But well done, mate. Well done. Over to Malamar, who has to recharge, so we'll just jump straight over to Cinderace to start the next turn off. And Cinderace is going to go for Last Resort. That always fails in a Metronome battle, so why have it as part of the Metronome rotation Pokemon? This is like Dark Void all over again. Here comes Rillaboom now, who's going to go for Scald into Titan. Not a great deal of damage, but will it get the all-important burn? It does not. So now Malamar has a chance to move, and it's going to go for Recycle, even though it hasn't consumed a Held Berry yet. Silly Billy once again. The Silly Billy Awards are out in full force today. And Titan now is going to go for Soft Boiled. Now that's a great play. Once again, Titan's HP is going to be restored by 50%, so it's basically back at full HP, pretty much. As Cinderace looks to respond with Charge, it's going to electrify itself, and basically, yeah, it's going to, if it uses an electric attack next turn, it'll be double power, just like hitting the subscribe button gives me more power, and of course, turn on all notifications so you never miss an episode of anything. But also, more importantly, if Cinderace has got a +1 special defense boost, and there's the special attack boost, and special defense boost, and speed boost that comes from Quiver Dance on Rillaboom there. Rillaboom becoming more and more dangerous by the moment, now that it's finally stopped being a Silly Billy Rillaboom. Here's a Horn Attack into Cinderace from Malamar, but at -2 attack, it's not going to do a great deal of damage at all. And Cinderace is getting itself ready, not Cinderace, Titan, I should say, to power swap with Cinderace, but I don't think either of you have had any attack boosts or special attack boosts, so I don't see the point there. Here comes Rillaboom, who has had a special attack boost, going for Sky Attack, though, a physical hit. It's going to be 2 turns, so on the next turn, it will use Sky Attack, which is a 140 base power flying type move that has a chance to flinch, 30% chance to flinch, and also a high crit ratio. I finally worked out what Sky Attack does. Cinderace with a not very effective Ice Beam into Titan for not a great deal of damage. Now Malamar with Metal Sound, going to drop Rillaboom's +1 special defense down to -1 because it goes down by 2 stages. And here comes Titan with the follow-up. What's it going to do now? Goes for Triple Arrow, super effective into the normal type Cinderace there. Going to take Cinderace down. The first fall of this battle goes to Titan, taking out Leon Cinderace there. Great move. And here comes Charizard now for Leon's side as the Sky Attack comes out from Rillaboom. Critical hit as well. Told you I'd increase hit ratio, you silly sausage. Down goes Malamar for ALAIN. So now it's 1 apiece. And here comes Charizard now for Leon with Thunderclap. But of course that's not going to work because Metronome will never count as a damaging move. So moves like Thunderclap and Sucker Punch aren't going to work. Maybe take them out of the Metronome rotation Pokemon. Here comes Iron Defense defense, though, from Sir Titan, which is very scary. Sir Titan, known for having massive defense, and increasing it by 2 stages is very, very scary. As Chestnut joins the field for ALAIN, Leon's Rillaboom goes for Metal Burst, even though it hasn't been hit yet. So Metal Burst, to put your teeth in, old man, will fail. Silly Billy Rillaboom. Here comes Night Slash, though, not very effective into Chestnut there from Charizard, and now it's Sir Titan's turn once again. This time it's going to go for Mist and protect its team against any stat drops. Not a bad shout at all there, because stat drops can mean the difference between winning and losing quite often. Here comes Chestnut, though, with growth, and there's the stat increase. +1 attack, +1 special attack. That's kind of scary as well going forward. Here comes Rillaboom now for Leon's side, who's going to go for Sticky Web. That's not going to affect anyone on the field right now, but every time a Pokemon who touches the ground, it comes into this battle, it's going to be, it's going to get a -1 speed drop. Here's Sand Attack from Charizard, but the Mist is protecting these Pokemon from said stat drop. So, Sand Attack, not going to be an issue there. Torment, though, that'll be a big issue onto Leon's Rillaboom. It now has to alternate between using Metronome and using Struggle. That's not good for Rillaboom going forward. Here comes Chestnut now, though, for ALAIN's side. Misses the Dynamic Punch against the Charizard. That long wait was so indicative of a miss. Oh, slight bit of a crossfading error there. And here's a Struggle from Rillaboom into Chestnut there, taking 25% recoil damage, though. That's rough. Here comes Charizard, though, with a triple kick into Chestnut. We get the 1 hit. Here comes the 2nd hit, and third will be any time now. Come on, Charizard. We're burning daylight, mate. Come on. And there it is. Decent chunk of chip damage. You can't really complain with that. Any damage is better than no damage, and 3 hits of chip damage are better than no hits of chip damage. We have a Vice Grip into Charizard from Sir Titan there for even more chip damage onto the Charizard. And now Chestnut retaliating once again, going for Thunder, but it does not land on the Rillaboom there. That would have been a nice opportunity to maybe get some paralysis or something off, or take out the Charizard if you're on for the Charizard. Here's a Waterfall from Rillaboom for some not very effective damage. Could flinch the Chestnut potentially, though. I guess we'll have to wait and find out. Here comes Charizard now, though, who is going to go for Syrup Bomb. Shades of Dipplin there into Chestnut. Now, that's supposed to lower Chestnut's speed 1 stage at the end of each of the next 3 turns. I believe that's the case. Flying Press, though. Oh, my word. From Sir Titan. Big, super effective damage into Rillaboom as Chestnut flinches there. There's the Syrup Bomb. Oh! Okay, that's kind of baller. Okay, bear with me. Okay, here's the Struggle from Rillaboom, which I believe is going to... Yep, it's going to take itself down with the recoil damage. That Torment paying dividends. But the Mist prevents the Syrup Bomb stat drop. That's a really interesting interaction. I did not know that. Here we have Charizard going for Tar Shot into Sir Titan, which I believe is supposed to lower speed, but of course it's protected by the Mist, but it still becomes weaker to fire, so it's now 4 times weak to fire instead of 2 times weak. Here comes Sir Titan, though, firing back with a Spin Out, the signature move of Revavroom there. Decent chunk of not very effective damage with that Steel type move. Critical hit on the Charizard, and of course the -2 speed drop. That's the downside of Spin Out, but I'm just saying, put it in a Trick Room team, see what happens. Here's Electric Terrain, mate. It's a shame there are no Future Paradox Pokemon here, because they love that. They really love that Electric Terrain, those Future Paradox mons do. There is the Syrup Bomb once again, but of course it's not doing anything at the moment. Now it will do something, because there's no Mist in effect, so that's very, very interesting. Here comes Golden Go, which is the Aegislash stand-in for Leon's team. What's Golden Go going to do here? Leon's in a very tricky position at the moment. Not looking so great. Here comes a Bounce, though, from Charizard. It's going to spring up. Chestnut's got to hope it's not aiming for Chestnut, because that's going to be very, very scary for Chestnut. 4 times weak to flying, of course, especially with same type attack bonus behind it. Crush Grip from Golden Go doesn't do a great deal of damage into Chestnut there, and Chestnut, of course, now gets time to respond. Goes for Sunny Day. It's a shame there are no past Paradox Pokemon in this battle, because they love that Sunny Day, they do. Here comes Sir Titan now, once again, who's going to go for Swords Dance. That's kind of scary. Swords Dance from Sir Titan makes Sir Titan very dangerous. +2 attack and +2 defense at the moment. Takes the Bounce like it's nothing, but does get the paralysis. So well done to Charizard for potentially crippling a very, very scary threat on the field. And here we have Hone Claws from Golden Go there, going to raise its attack and its accuracy by 1 stage apiece. Not a bad shout. because Golden Go is not really known for its physical attack, so improving it is not a bad thing. Here comes Chestnut now with Ice Punch into Golden Go. Not a great deal of damage. Does it get the freeze, though? It does not. So over to ALAIN Titan now, who's going to go for Infernal Parade into Charizard. That would have been awful for Golden Go. And now Charizard is going to respond, though. What will it do here? Going to go for Expanding Force into Titan. Titan doesn't have the best special attack stat, but did take that quite well. Now we have Golden Go. What's it going to do here? Going to go for Horn Leech. Of course, with +2 defense, not going to do a great deal to a Titan. Although you are at +1 attack, so maybe, you know, you did more than you probably should have done. But is what it is. Here comes Chestnut now, and Chestnut is going to go for Hydro Steam, boosted by the sun there into Golden Go. I love that it came out of Chestnut's, like, shield then. That was amazing. Here comes Titan now with the follow-up, going for Rock Tomb. But it does not land, and it was aiming for the Charizard. A +2 Rock Tomb into Charizard would have been endgame. Even not a +2 would have been endgame for Charizard. Facade into Chestnut, puts it into the danger zone. Chestnut not looking so fresh right now. Here comes Golden Go, who's going to go for Raw and swap the Titan out. Great play there. Titan losing all of its stat changes there as it switches out into Metagross. That's absolutely fine. That's fine. Metagross is still quite a scary threat, to be honest, so I don't think ALAIN's really lost anything in the long run. Here's Reflect Type, does not affect Golden Go. I tell you who can land Reflect Type on a Golden Go. That's Toedscruel. Toedscruel can do it. The electric terrain is gone. Big sad. And now we have Surf coming out, which will damage everybody in the field. Chestnut hangs on with just 4 hit points left. Now Golden Go, can it follow up on that Surf? Goes for Growth in the sun, so it's a +2 attack boost and a +2 special attack boost. That's the power of the sun when Growth is involved. Worth noting that tech. Some people often overlook that. Here's Charge from Metagross, going to raise its special defense by 1 stage and power up an electric type move if it uses it next turn. I guess we'll see. Or is it nowadays just the next electric attack it uses instead of the next turn? Cannot remember. Here's Baton Pass from Chestnut, so it's going to pass that +1 and special attack and physical attack boost there into its partner Pokemon, who is Charizard. Mate, it's a mirror match. Look at that. So ALAIN's Charizard is out. The Harsh Sunlight has faded now, so the Fire-type moves aren't going to be as powered up as they were. Here's a Soft Boiled, though. Great play by Leon's Charizard there. It's really nice of Leon's Charizard to be flying and ALAIN's Charizard to be on the ground, so we can kind of tell the difference, other than just what side of the field they're on. Hypnosis from Goldengo is going to land into that Metagross, though. Big shame for Metagross. It's not going to be moving this turn, and it could be asleep for the next one. Well, obviously one, but the next two turns potentially. It could be asleep because it's 1 to 3 turns. There we go. Got there in the end. ALAIN's Charizard goes for Fiery Dance. Not going to be boosted by the sun this time, but doesn't need it to take down Golden Go. Big super effective damage into the Golden Go there. And now's a great time to hear from our sponsors. Hello. I'm here in my stuffy little office, in my tiny little house, and I just want to tell you all about something. It's bloody G Fuel! It's that time again. G Fuel, as you know, is an energy formula, say it with me, with barely any calories, 0 sugar, and a whole heap of wonderful flavors like the... Can you guess what's in this one today? You're wrong! It's that one from Armored Core that I can't remember the name of because it's really complicated. It's EB-0309 Strider, which means something to Armored Core players. Strawberry Passion Fruit is what it means to me. It means G Fuel. And as always, if you want to save yourself a little bit on your G Fuel order, I say a little bit, 20% on your G Fuel order, which is 1/5 of the price dropped off, then you can use our channel's code ACE to save yourself that lovely 20%. And some items, you'll even get 30% off. You can stock up on the flavors you love, grab some of the stick packs for flavors you've never tried before, or if you're new to G Fuel, get yourself a starter kit that comes with some of those stick packs and comes with a lovely shaker as well. Just remember to use code ACE when you do, because it really is the best way to help support this channel. Oh, I may not be able to pronounce it, but it really is bloody lovely. Remember though, G Fuel is for over 18s only because it contains caffeine, and children don't need to be anywhere near caffeine. They're annoying enough as it is, and because it contains caffeine, drink it responsibly. Don't be a dickhead, dickhead. Could retake that. I ain't gonna. And Dragapult enters the field as we continue with this MetroMania quarterfinal, trying to figure out who's going to be Cynthia's opponent. It's either going to be ALAIN from Kalos or Leon from Galar, as Dragapult drops Play Nice, lowering the physical attack of ALAIN's Charizard there by 1 stage. And now Leon's Charizard's going to follow up with a double hit into ALAIN's Charizard there. Just 2 little hits of chip damage, but any damage is better than no damage, and that's still close to like 40 hit points of damage. That's not exactly like, that's not too bad of a deal there. ALAIN's Metagross, sadly fast asleep, not going to do anything this turn, but Charizard for ALAIN is going to go for withdraw and raise its defense, I should say, by 1 stage there. Now it's over to Leon's Dragapult once again, who's going to go for Mortal Spin. That won't affect the Steel-type Metagross, but will affect the Charizard on ALAIN's side, who takes that little bit of damage and now is poisoned as well. What's going to happen with Leon's Charizard here? What will it have in mind? It's going to go for Shelter. It says, anything you can do, ALAIN's Charizard, I can do better, and raises its defense by 2 stages. Is there a little bit of a rivalry going on here between the Charizards? Who knows? But what we do know is Metagross is now wide awake, probably quite pissed as well. Goes for Focus Energy, hoping to, well, not hoping to, absolutely guaranteeing it increases its critical hit ratio. So instead of there being like a 6% chance of a critical hit, it now has a 12% chance, I believe. And of course, no effect on the Dragapult there from the Charizard. Silly Billy, what a silly sausage. Dragapult will start their next turn off, though. What does it have in its devious mind? It's going to go for Waterfall into the Charizard. Big damage there. Charizard now sitting in the danger zone as Leon's Charizard fires off an Icy Wind. That's going to be neutral damage to Charizard. Not very effective on Metagross. Will not drop Metagross' stats because of Clear Body, but will drop the speed of Charizard by 1 stage. And it basically guarantees that Charizard is falling to the poison this turn. Here's a U-turn from Metagross, getting out of dodge there. So it's going to switch out for one of ALAIN's 5 remaining Pokemon, although it's about to be 4 remaining Pokemon. So Titan is back on the field, still with the paralysis, still only 92 hit points, lands in the Sticky Web, which you forgot about, I did too, and loses 1 stage of its speed, but it's probably still up for a fight. Here's Dream Eater from Charizard. What a waste. Nothing's asleep on the field. Tried to take out Leon's Charizard with a Dream Eater. Goes down to the poison. I guess we found out who has the superior Charizard there, because Leon's Charizard's been on the field for a hot minute, right? I don't remember it not being on the field. Did it start the battle? Can't remember. Here we have Metagross coming back out for ALAIN. Here is Dragapult with a Baton Pass. It's going to switch itself out. I don't remember if Dragapult has any stat changes at this point. But who's going to come out for Dragapult? On Leon's side, when you're ready, Leon, Inteleon joining the field. I love Inteleon. I know some of y'all don't understand it, but I love it so much. What a great starter. Here is Foul Play into Titan for some big damage there. What's Metagross going to do in retaliation here? It's going to go for Explosion. You've got to think that takes the Titan down, surely. You're going to take your own partner out, and yourself, and the Inteleon from full HP. There's 2 minutes left of the battle. What is happening here? Metagross goes down, Titan goes down, Inteleon goes down, Dragapult and Charizard the only Pokemon left on Leon's side. But ALAIN, who moments ago it feels like had 5 Pokemon left, now only has 2. That's insane. And Chestnut's only got 4 hit points left? Oh my word. Not to mention, Tyranitar's ability is Sandstream, which means that no matter what happens this turn, unless Chestnut can find some hit points, it's going to fall to Sandstorm damage. Here comes Dragapult, though, going for Judgment into Chestnut. Don't worry about the Sandstorm damage. You are out of here, Chestnut. Chestnut is gone. And only 57 seconds left. Leon is now going to win on Pokemon if Tyranitar cannot take out Charizard or Dragapult. One of the 2 at least. Psycho Boost doesn't affect Tyranitar. That's the opening Tyranitar needs, but it has to wait until it can actually move. Oh no, it's having to wait for friggin' Charizard to eat the Leopard Berry. There you go. It's been on the battlefield for 10 turns. Meteor Mash into Charizard. Not a great deal of damage. There's only 32 seconds of the battle left, and Tyranitar has to wait for the Sandstorm damage to buffet the opponents. It basically has the chance of 1 move left. If it can select 1 move, if it can do whatever move it does now, determines whether Leon wins or whether ALAIN wins. If it lives long enough, Charizard could do something crazy. Goes for Zing Zap. That has a chance to flinch. Is T-Tar going to flinch? It doesn't flinch. Is it going to do something? Is it going to do a move that will actually take out one of these Pokemon? Goes for a Brave Bird into Dragapult. Only half of Dragapult's HP, which means that This battle is over, and ALAIN has lost at the last possible hurdle. Not able to take out Leon's Pokemon. Leon has 2 Pokemon. ALAIN has 1. Therefore, Leon is your winner and is going to the semi-finals to face Cynthia, remaining the undefeatable Leon. And ALAIN just really fluffed it at the last minute. It's sad to see. Big sad. But look at that beautiful bracket. We've got the Masters 8 down to a Masters 2. And next week, we find out the first antagonist to join the semi-finals as Cyrus takes on Archie. Thank you, as always, to our wonderful Ace Trainer Ultra XL members who are Bro Metapod, Purple Dragonair, Toy Bonnie, Gear Overlord, Mumbai Cobra, Night Angel, Gamer Guy Mike, Cap Rider, Blue Malamute, and Bogey Taker. Your support on this channel is absolutely mind-bending. I'm so thankful for all of you. Use code ACE, 20% off G Fuel, everybody. And until next time, I'm Ace Trainer Liam. Keep on training.